Hi guys, it's Carlos the Ultimate Fitness Trainer once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. I'm here with
Daddy Spears.
Cool, and
Macca Steaks.
Fantastic. And basically we're just doing a video for you guys to help you and us become our greatest version. So we're going to have some questions and answers, hopefully answered to the best of our ability. So let's see. So over to you, Dale.
I know we spoke last time about cutting, getting shredded, what's the best diet, what we should be eating. This time I want to know, you know, we've come back off our holiday now, we want to get, and everyone says the exact same thing, and I understand that. I want to get as big as I can and lean as I can, which I understand it's two opposite things.
Lean bulk.
Lean bulk, we got 12 weeks, what do you recommend?
Okay. Dale, so that's obviously Dale, that's aesthetics, main man. So what we're going to try to answer that, what do I recommend in terms of diet?
Yeah, a diet and training.
Also in terms of like what split you're going to do, whether you're doing a kind of like different muscle groups at different days, or push-pull leg split, or...
Let's start with the diet first. So in order for you to obviously, you're talking about a lean bulk, or you're talking about
so as much muscular mass as I can build, but at the same time not gaining minimal fat, which I know is two opposites. But
very hard to answer that question, because if I was to answer that question properly, we'd have to have figures.
Okay.
Because let me explain in a certain way. So if you're trying to bulk up, to bulk up, you need to obviously stay glycogen, more glycogen levels than you're actually spending. So what I mean by that is your scale needs to be up on the calorie intake. So let's say an example. So if these guys burn 2,500 calories, you need to obviously take 3,000 in order to grow. Now those calories need to come from the basics of carbohydrate and proteins and fats. Now you also got to stay anabolic, and this is why it gets really sort of confusing, because a lot of guys, what they'll do, they'll consume say 3,000 calories for instance and burn to 3,500, but they don't stay anabolic. So what I mean by anabolic is actually promote muscle growth. Now, if you don't train correctly, you don't stay anabolic. Like example, like if these guys, let's say they never train in their lives, as an example, right? And they go to a bench press. Most people don't know how to actually stay anabolic in the bench press. They won't perform the exercise properly. So the muscle will not be promoted to grow. So they can consume 3,000 calories, but they're not going to grow. That's probably like Dale and Scott will do, because they will promote their muscle growth properly. So
strength training.
So what I'm trying to say to you guys is this is where it gets really complicated to answer, and this is what I said earlier. So someone says, what's the best diet? Now I can give you the best diet, because it's also what's the best training as well. So to answer that, more or less the best of my ability would be to increase your calories. So you basically taking more calories than you're spending, okay? But also I'd stay anabolic as much as I can. Now, if you had an ectomorph, I'd stay anabolic 3 days a week. If you had a mesomorph, I'd stay anabolic 4 days a week. If you had an endomorph, I'd stay anabolic 6 days a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that answer that part?
Okay, yeah. No, I think that covers a whole range of things as well. I understand everybody's different as well. Touched on the diet side of it, and I think, you know, what a lot of people, again, it is obviously routine and keeping that diet in check as well. But regards like budgeting wise, people say it's too expensive. I mean, what do you recommend some of the best foods are, and cost effective as well? Because it is an expensive game, and I think we all know that.
Well, let's talk about expensive. Now, people say expensive, like you've got one body, right? You can never build this thing again. So it doesn't matter how big or small this guy is, you can never build this again. So this is a billion pound sort of, if you like, technology, right? So people say it's too expensive. How much would someone actually spend on a night out on average? You guys tell me.
100 quid.
100 pound, right?
Yeah.
On the next day, would you say, oh fuck, it's too expensive? Would you? You wouldn't even think. Well, you probably say, oh fuck, I feel like shit, right? And I nearly killed myself. However, you would not say it's too expensive, would you? No. But if you go, like say, to a grocery store and you will say, I don't know, 20 chicken breasts, and it comes up to, I don't know, 40 quid or whatever it is, you go, oh shit, it's too expensive. But that's for you to become expensive. I think what it is, we've got into this sort of routine now that if we're trying to become healthier, it's too expensive. But if we're trying to kill ourselves, it's fucking, you only live once. Okay? So it's like, it's actually pathetic, really, if you look at it now. To really answer this correctly, because I only like to obviously give you the right information, is it can be quite expensive if you're not really aware of all the things you got to buy. For example, like a lot of people spend a lot of money on supplements, okay? And I'm not here to knock a lot of supplement companies, but a lot of these supplements you guys buy in are full of shit. So you'll be buying a lot of stuff that really, what's going to do is going to bloat you up. Yeah. That's what it's going to do. It's just going to make you look like a beefy guy, but he's not muscle really. If you really don't have a proper diet, you lose all that in water. Okay. Now, but when it comes to food, really, if you actually do, if you buy what you need to bulk up. Okay, I'll give you a quick review. Sweet potatoes and brown rice. How expensive is that?
No, cheap.
Okay. Now, chicken breast, turkey breast, and say tuna, for instance. How expensive would that be?
20 quid a week?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let's say, okay, how much would you spend on your shopping bill? Realistic to
Weekly,
properly.
30 quid a week.
50 a month. A week.
A week.
I'd say 30 quid a week, because
Yeah, it depends how you could do it. Like, is that expensive? No, they just told me on an average night out is £100. So
120 quid a month. It's perspective.
honestly, I mean, it's.
When you put it like that.
Oh no, it all depends. I mean, you can say it's really expensive. It depends how you actually look at it. But you've got one body, one opportunity to become your greatest version, and you tell me it's too expensive. Don't take me wrong. I know a lot of guys. I mean, I'll give you an example. I sat down with a guy the other day.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I sat down with a guy the other day, and he was telling me that his supplement list was £590. So I said, whoa. You know, but then I didn't really, before I actually ask any questions, I said, so why did you take the supplements for? Okay, then he went through the list. Really, actually didn't need that. He just thought because he's made steaky, so he thought so he actually.
Like Jay Cutler with all that money on supplements, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, once you actually looked at it, you actually didn't need all that sort of stuff.
I think that's a big question and a big objection is, and you speak to people in the gym and you say, oh, it's too expensive. I don't know how you afford that, but I think Carlos has just cleared that up. That it is affordable. You can make gains on a budget.
Of course you can. Absolutely.
I know you had a few questions, Scott. So what was you going to ask?
More so when you do touch on that kind of supplement side of things. I mean, we kind of focus on. I mean, we did more so on protein powder until like recently we realised there's a lot of kind of fallacy behind it.
Massive.
It's BCA, creatine. I mean, the kind of lean mass. What would you suggest?
Definitely. I mean, Scott just said. I mean, creatine definitely. I definitely advise for you guys to take
Any
that.
particular one, monohydrate?
To touch on creatine, a lot of these companies say that you've got to do a loading phase and maintenance phase. It's a lot of bollocks. If you speak to any sports scientist, they will tell you, for the guys that actually got the updated information, it is 5 grams a day, and that's it, no matter whether you do a loading phase or a maintenance phase. If you do a loading phase, it's going to run out quicker, so you've got to buy a new one quicker.
Yeah, that's
hence the reason why exactly. So it's 5 grams a day, your body can only assimilate 5 grams and utilize 5 grams, so that's all you got to do. I would not take capsules. The reason why I not take capsule, it doesn't get absorbed into your bloodstream as quick as the powder do. However, it's up to you guys, do your own research. Glutamine, I'll definitely take that. Glutamine is one of the most important amino acids that your body can actually assimilate in order to obviously help your digestion system, help you build muscle, and help you have a better quality muscle fiber. So I definitely advise that. Brain-changing amino acids, I'll definitely advise that as well. They are very good in order to build muscle. Protein shakes. Now, this is a big one. I would advise a protein shake. This is my own experience, and I'm not saying that you guys got to take my advice. I would advise you to look at what you take in and what they actually put into these things. I would advise you to take, I would advise my clients to take protein shakes, but if they are organic.
Give me one brand off the top of your head.
I could not do that. Not on a video.
Come on.
Not on a video.
Not without paying him.
No.
No, I couldn't do that.
Okay.
I couldn't do that.
Okay.
I know loads of them, but I wouldn't like to say right now.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Not fair, but I definitely advise you that. But all the supplements, it's up to you guys. Like Scott just said, there's a lot of guys, when you see guys in the gym, sometimes you kind of copy what they do. And sometimes you can end up like copying something for no reason, you know? So definitely check that out. One of the things that you guys forgot about is your training sessions. What would you guys thought about the training?
Yeah, I was going to say is that there's probably a lot of speculation on whether you're meant to do like push-pull legs, rest, push-pull legs, rest, or like chest and tries back and by the same like split that everyone does. Yeah. Or I don't know, a different one is it just moving weights and you're going to rip muscle and you're going to build it, or is there an optimum way to? I tell you, this is almost like a combination of ABC, CBC, ABA, and I'll probably confuse you right now. What it is there's so many forms of doing it, right? If you speak to, like, say, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's been asked that question. The same question was asked to Ronnie Coleman, same question was asked to top bodybuilders, right? And I tell you, if you go on YouTube, you'll see, and they'll all give you the same fucking answer. And the same fucking answer is there isn't one. The reason why there isn't one, right, because for instance, let's say if you speak to a guy that's got a massive chest, right, and he's got like a...
Not me.
Yeah, exactly like you.
Not you, Carlos.
Not me. So like for instance, got a massive chest. For instance, says, what do you do on a Monday? You'll say chest. Because most people do more chest on a Monday because it's their favorite workout just to get them in. That doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Why? Because you could do legs and do this, get exactly the same. But it all depends what you need to do. You need not one size fits all. What I would advise the person to do is, so let's say, if you've got a harder workout to the end of the week, and at the end of the week you feel like dying, I don't think it's quite clever to do the hardest workout at the end of the week because you feel like dying anyway. So do the main workouts that you need to do. Predominantly, if you the areas that are lagging. So let's say if your calves and legs are lagging behind, do that workout when you've got the most energy. Otherwise, what you do? And this is so. I mean, that is the right thing to do. However, what a lot of guys do is they've got massive chest. Guess what they're going to do? Chest again. So that area predominantly becomes bigger and better. Yes, of course it becomes better, but everything else lags behind. But so he's never going to be balanced. He's always going to be imbalanced all the time. No matter how great he becomes, that chest becomes greater, but everything else becomes greater, but they become always lag behind. So it's so important to kind of look at your physique in a balanced way and right, okay, where do I lag behind? And get some proper advice, because sometimes you can look at someone in the gym and someone, oh, you look great because you've got a top on, but when you top off, it's not great so much. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to get yourself the right information. And I'm not just here to tell you that, oh, look at me, or I'm the best, or I've got the best information. I've got a lot of years of experience. However, I'm learning with these guys. I'm learning with everyone, because everyone's got a different view as well. And it's great to share these things, and this is why we obviously do these videos. But does that answer the question?
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
And I think it's great to be able to talk to someone. Well, obviously, with your knowledge of experience, and I think we all hopefully bounce off each other, because I think there's some things, like we said last time, there's always grey areas, but I think as a whole, I think we all bounce and we're all learning. That's what we're here for. At the end of the day, I mean, we want to be, as Carlos was saying, our greatest versions, and I believe each day we do become here, we are getting there, but I think there's always more we can all learn, and in different aspects of fitness, and what worked for Scott and what worked for Carlos is never going to work for me. I'm really short, but so forth from there. But now this guy is lean. I mean, look at him. This is Mac Aesthetics. I'll give us an ab check. Go on, ab check.
Again?
Yeah, go on. Look at that.
He's getting lean.
This guy doesn't know what he's doing, but
yeah,
we can always learn. And there is always things. I'm not going to show my abs because there's none there. There's always things we can learn, and that's why I think Carlos is great to always chat to. He's always friendly around the gym. It's 24/7 Fort Dunlop. So don't be afraid to just come and ask him for a video like we have today.
There we go, and that's what we do. So, any more questions, guys?
No, cool.
I'm ready to smash my chest session, mate, and get a more overcompensated chest.
There you go. That's what lagging behind. So let's do. So with all that said, guys, please check us on Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10, on our YouTube channel.
Aesthetics, don't forget my money out.
On our YouTube channel, it just broke my partner, little bastard. So on YouTube, Carlos Trainer, and also on our YouTube channel, Carlos Trainer, and on my website, I'll completely stop my flow, didn't it? On my website, ultimatefitnesstrainer.co.uk. With all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay
Ultimate Fitness Trainer.
Take care.